Hi, I'm Mike Flinchball. I'd like to welcome you here to Flinchball's Orchard Farm Market. We're standing out in one of our peach and nectarine blocks, talking to you today a little bit about what we're doing this time of year. It's March 3rd, and we're out pruning peaches today. They are approximately 10 to 11 years old. You can see the row on the left has been pruned already. The row on the right you can see is unpruned. All this growth here was growth from last year, so they grew that much over the course of a year. Basically what we do is when we're pruning, we'll come in here and thin them out, reduce the height. Our strategy when we prune is to try to leave long shoots, and the rationale behind that is you get larger peaches on long straight shoots over short and branched shoots. We're also trying to maintain the height of the tree at a level so that we can come in here and pick without having to use ladders. So we want the trees about 8 foot tall, no higher. Sometimes they're a little higher than that when we prune, but once the leaves and the fruit get on, the limbs will come down a little bit. So we try to get them down to a height that we can reach from the ground to work in them. It's much more efficient if we can work in the orchard without having to use ladders. Peaches, you can do that. Apples, it's another story. You have to let the trees get taller to get your yield, but peaches, you can keep them shorter and get a good yield off the tree. Apples, we'll start doing those first. You can start those anytime the leaves come off. You can start those in December. So all of our apples are done, and we're working on our peaches now. If we wouldn't have to prune, we wouldn't come in here and do it, but it takes time and it costs money to do it. If we wouldn't come in and thin these out, if we would get fruit in all these limbs, first of all, it'd be too many fruit. The limbs would be too heavy for the tree, it would break down. Secondly, that'd be just way too many peaches on that tree. It wouldn't grow to size. And even if you try to come in and thin all those off by hand, it would take you forever and be cost prohibitive. Another reason we prune is for the tree itself. Peaches especially, if you have real thick and they get a lot of shade, your lower branches out here tend to die out. This shoot here is dead. The reason that's dead is because it had a lot of shading on it, and it didn't get enough light during the summer last year to survive, and it died out. So we come in here and thin them out so they can accumulate sugar and they can get a good color on them. My dad, my brother, myself, and I, and then we have 2 full-time guys, and between us we do all the pruning over the winter. This year, with the warm winter we had, we're a little more advanced. I saw several that you could see the pink in the petals already starting to develop. So we are definitely concerned about it. We'll pull the brush out into the middle of the rows here, and then we'll go through with the mower and chop it all up. Just basically mulch that back into the ground. Really long-term planning and thinking when you're managing all of that. Well, in 5 years this block is going to be out. I better have some trees coming on into production. So